Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use, okay, this was funny. I was going to show you the bag. I think I showed it to you once. We're going to use Rare Rubble. Look at how discolored it is. It always gets hit by the sun, even though I have it hidden under the table. We got one on the table. Two on the table. I think this is the first time we've gotten, well, maybe not the first time, but the first time in a long time that we've gotten this card, and it actually seems like it's positive. Of course, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. We got 4 on the table. 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. Ooh, 5 on the table. Six with bottom of the deck. Let me set that over there. We've got watching close. Balance. Death and rebirth. Divine timing. So I'm pretty sure I spoke too soon. Energy vampire. And bottom of the deck, crossroads. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. I don't necessarily think the energy vampire is like that horrible. When the watching close and the balance cards fell out, I just really got that somebody's watching somebody. Somebody's watching somebody heal, grow, change, advance. And I think it's a little shocking for them. I don't think they're pissed off about it. I don't think they're jealous or they're envious. I think they're more like it kind of gives the energy of like, after all this person has been through, they're going to heal. Like, after all this person has witnessed, has seen, done, they're going to be okay. Like, it kind of gives incredulousness. Is that how you say it? Incredulousness? It's a very big word. Miraculous? I hate to use that word because I feel like you shouldn't be just throwing the word miracle around, but at the same time, I also believe that tiny things are miracles. So is it really horrible to say miraculous? Like, somebody's looking at somebody and seeing that they're balanced, seeing that they end cycles and start cycles with ease, sees that everything seems to fall into place for them with the divine timing card. Like, someone is never put off. Like, even if something is supposed to like happen and throw them for a loop, they're kind of like, okay, well, it's going to take me a month longer to do this, but I'm still going to accomplish that. And I'll be right back to where I was supposed to be in 3 months. No biggie. It like someone is watching another person and they're just kind of, I always use the word awe, but that's really what I'm seeing is like somebody's in awe of another person. Now, this person is an energy vampire, but more like, how do I say this? This is someone knowledgeable in like spirituality, witchcraft, possibly manifestations, prayer, um, spell work, that kind of thing. Because I'm not getting like, I mean, it's negative, but it's not horrible. I'm not getting like, ooh, energy vampire, like they want to suck the life out of me. This is somebody that wants to be close to another person because they know at some point somebody's energy is going to rub off on them. And it's not like they want to take. No, it's more like, okay, I have my own energy and I do like my energy, but if I stand next to this person, maybe some of their good stuff will rub off on me, and then I can carry that with me. It's kind of like that. Which, I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. It's not as bad as like someone sucking the life out of you. And I feel like this crossroads is for this person, is for this energy vampire, this person watching close. Because this is somebody that's going to have to make a decision. Like, if they're not in your life, if they're not in this other person's life, right? The balanced person, if they're not in their life, am I going to go towards them? Right? Like I want to get up in their energy. I want a taste of that. I want to see how they do what they do. Like, am I going to go towards them? Am I going to reach out to them? Am I going to just show up one day? It could be a past person. It could be somebody, like if you have social media and you post, like somebody, following you on Instagram or, I don't know, Snapchat or something, and they like what they see and, like they want to reach out and they want to say something. But it's kind of like, do I? Do I? There's going to be more hesitation if it's a past person, obviously, especially if there was some type of connection that went awry, you know? If it's a new person, it's more than likely whoever this is, like they'll get their shit together and they'll come in and they'll say something. If that makes sense. And it's funny because again, it's not like horrible. It's not like, my thing is and not to toot my own horn, but like if this person were to come towards me, new or old, I would pretty much know right away what the deal was. I guarantee it. Like it might take me a day or two, but I would know. Like, oh, okay, this person just kind of wants to follow me around, mimic me, snatch some of my energy and then go about their day. I would pretty much catch on to that pretty quick. The question is and this is for me, right? This is just an example. The question is like, how long would I put up with that before I say something or I try and extract myself from the situation, right? Because even though it doesn't give like a creepy, nasty energy, if it's a past person, I might not necessarily want to be around a past person, depending on who they are, you know? And if it's a new person, I might not necessarily want to be around a new person because I don't know who the hell they are, you know? Like I don't share my energy willy-nilly with every single person. And when I realize that there's an issue with a specific person, they go on my cut the cord list. And that's that. Now, granted, I have toned that down a lot in the last 2 months. I only have 5 names on there. I literally had like 16 names on there, y'all. Like last year when I stopped, I think I stopped in October or November. I think I stopped doing cut the cord for a little bit. Um, and then when I hurt my knee, I was like, oh shit, I'm going back to it because I just felt like there was a connection there. But yeah, I used to have like 16 names on my cut the cord, and now I have 5. Technically, I want to put a 6th on there, but I don't know that I necessarily have to. I've been debating about it. I don't think that the 6th person would even really notice, honestly. Um, but the last 2 I put on there, they noticed. They noticed. I told you, I don't share my secret of how I cut the cord, but it works. It works every fucking time. And I cut the cord every single day. I remember when I first went back to watching tarot and I decided I wanted to read, so I was studying and watching readers, and I spent almost a year doing it. I remember some readers saying, "Oh no, you should only do that like once every 3 months, once every 6 months, once a year. You should never do that all the time." Yeah, fuck you. I immediately was like, "You, I'm doing it every day." And I adopted my own ritual pretty much right away when I heard about cut the cord, when I was introduced to that through tarot, and I have not looked back because I'm telling you, when I cut the cord, it works. It absolutely works. And I will say this up and down. I will say I've said this how many times, y'all? It's intention. Part of it, a good part of it is intention. When you write those names down or say them out loud, whatever you do, when you cut the cord, however you cut the cord, are you putting the intention out there to take back your energy and release them from your energy? Are you putting that intention out there? Because that's very important. And I've told you guys before, you guys know, I talk to God. I talk about God, sure, all the time, but I talk to God. And when I have issues, when I have something to say, and like if I have something to say about the cut the cord, like I will literally tell him, like I put so and so on the list. I don't want them in my energy. I'm going to cut the cord with them every single day. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he doesn't. But again, I will tell you, it works. It works. Anywho, I went off on a tangent. Someone likes gardening. Someone likes white flowers, lilies, daisies, roses, petunia. I don't know. Petunia. I don't know. Somebody likes white flowers. And I'm gonna say one last thing before I let this go. Um, whoever the person is that's being watched, okay? Not the energy vampire, but the person that's being watched, the balanced person. When I'm looking at this balance card, I don't even know if I've ever said this before. When I'm looking at this balance card, or maybe I said something else about it, and this death and rebirth, right? If you look at these rocks piled up here, this one looks like it has a hole, okay? When you look at this death and rebirth card, like she looks like the earth is overtaking her, right? It's like, it's like getting back to nature. It's like releasing energy and taking on energy. She's got her face covered, this feminine, well, it looks like a feminine at any rate. They got their face covered, they're kind of turned away. It almost gives like the impression of shyness, okay? And then you got the hole in the rock. Whoever this person is that's being watched, this is not somebody that's like full of themselves. This is not somebody that thinks they're better than anybody else. This is somebody like they're healing and they're growing the right way. Like this is somebody that has learned to take accountability for their action and their inaction. This is somebody that does their shadow work and is constantly asking themselves, hey, why do I do this? Hey, why did I say this? Hey, why did I behave like that? Like this is someone, they hold themselves accountable. This is somebody that really wants to heal. This is somebody that really wants to put in the work, put in the time, and they want to grow. They don't want to stay stagnant. They don't want to stay in the same place. This is somebody that likes to move, whoever this is. And I think when I look at that feminine figure where she kind of looks like she's shy, like she's kind of turning away, it really gives me the impression that whoever this is, like they're humble about it. Like they do what they do. They don't really think about how others might be watching them, how others might be seeing them. They don't really think about what other people think about them. Like this is somebody, like they're their own person. They're out there doing their own thing. They are not concerned with other people. And that's not to say that they don't care or anything like that, right? It's not to say they don't have friends, they don't have family. Maybe they have a lover. It's not to say that they don't care. It's just to say like, and how many readers have said this since the beginning of time? You can only control yourself. You can only control what you do. You can only control how you heal, how you grow, what kind of change you put into your life, right? Your manifestations, prayer, whatever the case, meditation. Like you can only control yourself and your, what do they call it? Like environment, but like immediate environment. Like you can't control other people. You can't control situations. You're only one little tiny person on this planet. Whoever this is, they recognize that. Like they know that. And I think this person that's watching, this energy vampire, I think that's one of the things that makes them feel like they're in awe of this person. Because like on one hand, they understand it, but on the other hand, they don't. You know? Like it throws them. Like mentally, like they're just like, what? Like what? Like how does this person do this? How does this happen? Like this person watching, this energy vampire, they have questions. It I don't want to go so far to say that it feels like somebody wants to learn from this person. I just feel like they want to get up in their energy and get a taste of what it's all about to maybe gauge whether or not they feel like they can do something on their own, if that makes sense. Because again, I don't get the feeling that like, oh, let me attach myself to you and suck you dry for the next 5 years. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's almost like somebody wanting to get close to somebody to figure out how they do something so that then they can do it for themselves. But they're never going to be able to learn unless they kind of get up close and personal. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody has a lovely evening, a fabulous Friday, a great weekend. I'm just going to throw this out there for you guys. I'll throw it out tomorrow too. Um, I'm not doing overtime on Sunday. They actually don't want anybody to come in. I think because last week we didn't have enough work. Like they technically should have sent me and 3 other people home. So I will be off all weekend. Saturday evening, I'm going out to dinner with my family. So I'm probably going to have all my reads and stuff done earlier Saturday, like by the afternoon, and have them posted. And then Sunday, even though I usually just do affirmations, I might do a few readings in the afternoon. It just kind of depends on how the day goes. All right. I hope everybody has a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.